everybody, what is up? Welcome back to Final Trade. You know, I've said a lot that I like to deal in collector boxes because they are a good compressed way to store value. They ship cheaply. They're just easy to handle. Man, there's so much to love about them, and the collector box market has just been on a tear recently. A lot of boxes seeing a lot lower supply than we might have guessed in the past for them, especially one where I was previously wrong was Ravnica Remaster collector boxes. I thought there were a lot more of these in existence, and now the price action is proving us otherwise. I just want to go through some of these collector box pages on TCG Player, talk about them. You know, I look at these every morning. I just kind of, open up extra tabs of all of these. I thought I'd bring you along today. Even though it's actually afternoon, I've been kind of busy filling some orders, sorting some cards, talking with patrons, other stuff I got to take care of. So, Bloomborough, 240. Man. Wow. 240. And golly. 240 and up to 245 there. Not many boxes until 245. And what's the sales rate still at? 4 a day. I would not have guessed 4 a day now that Duskmourn has come out. So man, 240 for a standard expansion collector box, the most recent one. If you needed any other evidence of how WotC has turned around collector boxes, how they've turned around on print runs, how they've turned around on a lot of elements of how they're running their business, that is it. 240 for standard expansion collector box, and the Ravnica remastered 360 once you throw in that shipping. And just look at the price action from 305 up to 360 in the last month. And well, there's 400. So golly, not a lot of room till 400. What's that, about 20 boxes? And what's the sales rate? Yeah, about 1 a day. Wow. What's next? Dominaria Remastered. Yeah. You know, I always talk about how the changes we can observe based on price action began probably with Phyrexia at the beginning of 2023. And we'll get to the Phyrexia collector boxes here in a minute. But, man, it looks like Dominaria Remastered may have missed those changes. It may have been the last to be on the higher old print runs. 194, I still think this is a deal at 194, just given the cards that are in this expansion and the kind of treatments you can get here. But you see, there's, well, I don't know. Here's 208. Yeah, that's about 40 boxes away. Yeah, 1 a day. So you can see that even in the current pace of the market, this one is, the upward trajectory is not as highly slanted as some of the others. What's next? Zendikar Rising. Good old Zendikar Rising. This has managed to somehow stay below 230 for so long. 229 here when you add in the tax. And look at that, a bunch of these at virtually the same price. Only 232 coming out to here, 233. Yeah. Again, one that's going to have a pretty shallow rise in price over time, and I bet the sales rate is pretty low. 1/2 of a box per day. Yep. So that's still going to take quite a while to get some wind under it. Fallout, who would have seen this coming? I mean, if you could go back to February, this came out about March this year, didn't it? If you could go back to February and tell us that by October, this would be a $640 box, and it originally sold at wholesale at standard collector box prices, no one would have believed you. And man, frankly, I'm surprised at just how tumultuous this price has been, because it fell back down into the low 500s here for a while, and now it's suddenly just bounced up another $140. I have a lot fewer boxes of this than I wish I had, but here's $700. 3 more boxes until $700. And what's the sales rate? 2/3 of a box per day. Yep. Okay, what's next? Modern Horizons 3. This one is done kind of how we would hope a premium priced product collector box would do. It's come out and it's just kind of had, a gradual upwards climb. It was about 350 around there on release, and now it's about 380. This is kind of what you would hope for, that the supply dries up organically as people open the boxes and that the price slowly comes up. And it's just the relative prices of this are higher because it's a premium product. And what's the sell-through rate looking like? Wow, 3 a day. Not bad. And, hits 400, 410, 415. Not too many boxes out to there. Maybe have a week or two until you get to there. Wow. I'm telling you, this collector box market is a lot stronger, and it's suddenly gotten very strong on us all of a sudden. It's really surprised us. 248 for Double Masters 2022. I still have these for sale to my patrons. If you're one of my patrons, go check that price. I still honor the old price from months and months ago. 248. And I'm betting this is not going to look really great. There's 260. Yeah, it's only $10 more, and you got to get through this chunk at 20, so there's maybe 35 boxes on the way to that, and it's 1.5 a day. So yeah, see, you're probably looking at 3 months to get out to 260 on this. So this one is going to be another, it's still going up, but the ascent of the price rise is not nearly so steep as some of these others. Wilds of Eldraine, 364. And what's the sell-through rate? 1 a day? And that's it. 15, 20, 24 boxes on the market right now. All right, and it's selling 1 a day. So yeah, I hope you're holding a lot of these. I am. I hope you're holding a lot of these so you can benefit from this. Wow. That is unbelievable. And the thing is, if we go back a year ago to approximately this time in 2023, Wilds of Eldraine and Lost Caverns of Ixalan collector boxes, they looked a lot like Bloomburrow and Duskmourn look today. In terms of price, in terms of standard expansion collector boxes, and here they are a year later. Okay, what's next? Duskmourn. Okay, 450, so that's what? 232, again, the most recent standard expansion collector box, and it's 232. Like, literally, even the smallest game stores in America can come on this expensive platform and sell these for a profit at this price. That is amazing how the market has turned around. And sell-through rate's going to be really high because it's the most recent one, 18 a day on average over the last month. It's probably falling away from that because that may still include a release date. So if we look back here for the 23rd yesterday, 6 boxes yesterday. Yeah, so you can see that this will be trailing down quickly. So we're at 230 already. Here's 240. Yeah. But it's still going to be moving, 5 to 10 boxes a day. So think of what this will look like at the end of the year. And don't worry, I have a video planned for that. Up next, Brothers War. I'm still selling these. Still have a couple of patrons who are just buying these religiously. The price, I forget my patron price for it. Is it $210 or $205? Something like that. I forget. And so they're $230 out here. What's the sell-through? Probably pretty weak. Yeah, a half a box a day on TCG Player. And they're $230. So this is going to take quite a while to catch any more wind. I mean, you see 235 here. That's a block of 25 of them. And it's after all of these. So yeah, this one is going to be stagnant for quite a time longer. But, this was a year prior to Lost Caverns and Wilds of Eldraine. So this was the fall/winter slot, the final standard expansion release of 2022. And we see what a difference it makes. It's a year older product than Lost Caverns of Wilds, and it's doing so much worse. In fact, Duskmourn is selling for a higher price today, and it's the most recent expansion than this is, and this has been in the market for 2 years and has serialized artifact schematic cards and has shattered glass transformer cards. It goes to show how much WotC has turned things around with the print runs. Assassin's Creed 213. Well, what's the rate look like? 2 a day. Okay. And yeah, movement's kind of, it's already 250 there. How many boxes is that? 20-ish, 30-ish, about 30? Man, so by the end of the year, we could very easily be looking at 250. Don't underestimate it. 210. This was on Friday sealed deals. Literally, let's see, today is Thursday, so but I did Sunday sealed deals, so it was even sooner. So 4 days ago, I put this on sealed deals with a seller over on eBay who had them for, I think, $171. Someone remind me, did any of y'all get in and buy that person out? I hope y'all did. And what's the sell-through rate? Yeah, 1.6 per day, not bad. For being slightly older and generally an unpopular expansion. Lots of them at 230. Yeah, so 230 and 1 1/3 per day. Yeah, maybe by the end of the year we see it, but look, there's these big blocks here. So yeah, we'll be lucky to hit 230 by the end of the year on this. I would not wager much on it, but hey, if you bought them at 170 merely 4 days ago when I told you to on the sealed deals, then you're already pretty happy. Doctor Who, 172. I've been pounding the table on this one for a while. There are too many great Commander cards in this that people love and that are tied up in the Doctor Who IP, which WotC won't be able to print forever without renewing their IP license. So at some point, they're going to have to start trickling out some universes within alternatives to those cards, mechanically equivalent cards. But until they do, I think these are going to have a lot of wind under them. 1 per day, 272, and then it just jumps to 290. So it goes from 277 to 290 right there. And 295, but that's a Japanese box. And then we're up on to 300 and beyond, and it's selling 1 a day. So yeah, by the end of the year, this should be a $300 box. Just wild. Foundations. Man, so this was 217 a couple days ago. Let's see if we can just scroll up. Yeah, 217 a couple days ago. And then I saw that there were some announcements. I mean, I watched Magic Historian, and he just kind of talked about some of the Planeswalker cards, but whatever it was that was also in those announcements suddenly jumped the boxes about $10. So wow, 228, and we should have pretty healthy 4 a day. Yeah, I have no idea. This will probably come down before it goes up to finally achieve any of these prices. I mean, I'd be pretty shocked to see 250 by the end of the year. It's the release date up here, 11/15. Yeah, that really doesn't leave it a lot of time to get over the initial plunge of that release day in the TCG expansion life cycle and then bounce back to 250. So, if this is still at around 230 at the end of the year, I would consider it a big win, especially since the outlook for this product originally was pretty bad. 5-year product, and it over the course of a 5-year print life, it will be printed to oblivion. It'll look like Modern Horizons 2 looked by the time it went out of print. And so the fact that it's kind of gaining a little wind now, a little bit of enthusiasm for these collector boxes before release, yeah, that's nice, but I wouldn't bet too much on this right now. I think it's going to plunge in price before we see a kind of recovery. And when we do, I think it's going to more likely be in the spring of 25. Lost Caverns of Ixalan, $345. Oh boy. And the sell-through rate, about a half a box a day. And here we are at 360 and 380 and 390 and then 420. So not a lot of boxes out there on the market. We're probably looking at about 25, 30 boxes before we hit $420. 25, 30 boxes at a half a box a day. That's about 60 days. Put whatever factor you like on that. Put a factor of 3 on it. Call it 180 days, 6 months. You think any of us will be sad that our mountain of these in our closet are only $420 6 months from today? Man, feels good. Phyrexia. Oh, Phyrexia. This was kind of the canary in the coal mine, the first one that blew up a couple of weeks ago and kind of let us know, oh, hey, something's happening here. So, 370, 2 per day. And look how thin the market is. 24 boxes on the market, 2 per day. So really, by the end of the year, I would bet this is easily hits. Well, it's pretty milquetoast to say this is going to hit 400 by the end of the year when it's this close and the market depth is this thin. But man, it could be on to $500 by the end of the year, just given how weak, how thin this market is. That is amazing. Yep. If you're one of my patrons and you got some of these at a great price, let me know. What was the price I was selling these for before I sold out? Commander Legends, 218. The big risk on these boxes, I'd really love to buy a ton of these to put back. I have a few from way back. I actually paid $232 for them when they first came out in, was it May or June of 2022? I can't remember which month exactly, but I paid $232 for them. It's almost back to that. I'd really love to get a bunch of these, but they are so vulnerable to those ancient dragons being reprinted. And the fact that it's a cycle of 5 cards that when it does get reprinted, will get reprinted together. And it's really going to hurt these boxes when it happens. So I'm a little hesitant to pull the trigger on them. On the other hand, there are a ton of great commander cards in this set. It is just chock full of great cards. So 2 per day, decent amount of depth. 225 out there, yeah. So by the end of the year, 225, 230s, probably pretty reasonable, which is not a great boost over what it is today, but I just worry about holding these boxes as reprints of those dragons come around. And especially since WotC owns Dungeons and Dragons also, so there's no IP issues on them reprinting anything from this set, any of the named D&D characters. So I think if we could get those kind of reprints announced and these boxes fell $40 or $60 each, then I'd be happy to come in and buy several more cases. But yeah, short of that, probably not. Lord of the Rings, original Lord of the Rings, 720. I looked at my inventory and I had fewer of these boxes than I had remembered. I was very sad. Only a handful, 720, and what's the sell through? 2 a day. 2 a day at $720. Everybody just raise your prices. Raise your prices, because man, oh boy, $800. I mean, I don't know where you want to round up to $800. Maybe there. 5, 10, 11 boxes until it hits $800. Wow. It's going to be great. And finally, Lord of the Rings Special Edition. Yes, it flirted with $1,000 for a few moments, and the number of boxes in the market got down to something like 6 or 8 or 10. And then we kind of predictably saw it pull back. You know, it had jumped up too high, too fast. And there were a lot of sellers who, once they saw, oh gosh, it's $1,000, they were willing to come in and turn some boxes into cash. And so that's the kind of pullback we expect to see when the prices start rocketing up too hard, too fast. And that's the same reason that I put that kind of notional factor on these kind of market depth analyses. You know, maybe 3, maybe 5 is a good factor. You choose your own. I use kind of 3, and then I still treat the answer to that as a pretty squishy predictor. $9.39 for these boxes. And what is our rate? 2/3 of a box per day. That's all right. And see how many more boxes came out into the market. That's quite a lot of boxes. Actually, it just tells us, where is it? Sellers, current quantity, 29 in the market. Yeah, not bad. I'm going to keep holding those. Like I said before, I put one of these up on a box opening offer for my patrons at $1,000 just to see if anybody wanted to look for serialized movie cards. I didn't get any takers. I'll offer it again in a couple months, and we'll see. So yeah, collector box market is doing awesome. Nothing to complain about. It feels good being somebody who mostly focuses on collector boxes, mostly likes to deal collector boxes, and has been working to expand his business into more and more collector boxes. So there's more coming. Some of these available for considerably lower prices today to my patrons. If you're a patron, go back over there and check out what I have. I'll have more as we're coming into November. Some additional things that I've worked on this month to get for you. And if you want to join the Patreon, it's $20 a month. I have all kinds of boxes below market price. And when I put them up there on Patreon, I don't fiddle with the prices every month. I put them up there at a price that's nicely profitable for me, and I just leave them until you guys buy through them all. Of course, my supply of Phyrexia collector boxes got exhausted about a week ago. One final gentleman got in on it and got a really great deal. I still have Brothers War, DM22, some bundles I've got up there, some other draft boxes. I forget what all I've got up there, but some more things coming soon. But hey, don't underestimate what WotC has managed to do in the last 2 years with print runs, with collector boxes, with reinserting value. And I think we have a good chance that Duskmourn and Bloomburrow a year from now look about like Wilds and Ixalan look today. So, if you want to take a bet on that, buy some of those $210. I think both of those are still available for 205 to 210 over on eBay. I'll put affiliate links down below. Let's do that. Then, you can make a bet on that and see if they're up $100 to $150 a year from now. I might buy some more and do the same. Let me know what you think, guys. Thanks to everyone who makes this content possible, especially my very generous supporters on Patreon. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and join me on Final Trade.